This MPP user guide video is all about the visibility graphics within the working views. So I have 4 views open up. They all show the exact same components, but they just show them differently. So this view in the upper left-hand corner was created especially for this video, and it shows all the elements with their visibility settings intact, and there are no filters controlling those settings. These other 3 views, however, have filters that modify the visibility settings of certain components. So this view in the bottom left is a plumbing working view. View bottom right is an HVAC working view, and upper right is a hydronics working view. And you'll notice that in each one of these views, only the elements that you would normally associate to that discipline retain their normal system visibility graphics. And the other components show up gray with this light dash. The reason we show these elements and don't simply turn them off is because when we are modeling, it is nice to know where other elements are in the model so we don't have clashes. And so by showing the other elements in a view, somebody who's drafting can readily see that, oh, I can't put this piece of ductwork or this piping here because something is already there. So it's a good way to coordinate with various disciplines. So the way that we modify the visibility settings of these other elements is through filters using the work set associated to that element. So let's look at the filter associated with this plumbing working view. So the filter that is doing this is this M_workset, not M plumbing filter. So let's look at what this filter is doing. It is looking at all the normal categories that would be associated with mechanical and electrical elements. And it is looking at their various work sets, and it is selecting anything that isn't plumbing in this case. So any element in this model that is not on the plumbing work set will be set to line weight 1, will be colored gray, and it will get this dot pattern. It will also be set to 50% transparency. So similarly, if we were to look at the filters for these 2 views, we would see a filter setup looking at every work set other than HVAC in the HVAC working view, and a filter in the hydronics working view that looks at every work set other than hydronic and changes the visibility settings of those elements. So by setting the views up in this manner, it allows us to coordinate with other disciplines better, but it also allows us to check what work set we're working on. So by setting the views up in this manner, it allows us to coordinate with other disciplines, but it also allows us to check what work set we're using. For example, if I were to go to this HVAC working plan right now and draw a duct, this duct automatically becomes dashed because I'm in the wrong work set. And so I know, okay, I have to switch over to the correct work set, change the element I just drew to the correct work set, and now I can continue drawing. Whereas if you didn't have this set up, you could have some confusion with work sets. And that's how the working view visibility settings are set up in the MPP. If you want to change this and you say, well, I just don't like seeing these elements on, you could simply turn off that filter, or you could turn off the individual work sets in the work set tab.